I am back, this time with a friend, to explain the joys in my crusade against the GUI.
Yay!
And I sent this to you earlier this week. I actually was in the middle of writing a very, very brief bash script. It took me like took me about 2-ish hours to write.
Yeah, which,
And
by the
then-
way, the Matt claims that he doesn't know how to code.
You
it's
look
like-
at this and you think
it's
this is
like
wizard.
the
This is scripting,
maximum-
folks. This isn't
the
coding.
the maximum amount of coding that you can do while not actually technically be coding.
But anyway, so I was in the middle of writing this script, and so what this script is designed to do was it was designed to write to sort of get to the point where I could mount a USB drive or a LUKS encrypted Linux volume. So that's like a password protected Linux volume. It's sort of similar to anyone who's used Mac or Linux, Mac or Windows. It's similar to like people who use like BitLocker or encrypted APFS volumes. But that's what LUKS is, at least for Linux. But the problems that I was having was I was able to successfully mount and unmount USB drives. That was a-okay. Was not able to mount LUKS drives. And I got really frustrated. So I was looking for someone who created a solution. And turns out, when I was writing this script, I wasted my time. And I wasted your time by just going to this part of the video. So instead, what I found out was there is a bash script which you can download in many popular repositories. If you're on Arch Linux, you have to download it with the AUR, but I'm pretty sure if you're on Ubuntu or Fedora or Solus, it's all in the repos. You don't have to go anywhere. And even if you don't have it in your distro, just download it from their website and put it in your user local bin. So the program I discovered is a program called Bashmount. Bashmount is a program which allows you to mount USB drives from Linux. You're probably wondering, well, it's not just, well, I'll try to make this smaller so you can see everything. So this is all of the drives I have in my computer right now. So
I want to know that guy's code. That's a pretty not.
Oh yeah,
GUI
it's a
interface.
very nice looking. Well, this is just formatted text here. This thing right here, your head's covering it up. Let me
What do you
get
call
out of the way.
GUI inside of a terminal when you have like pretty?
2e,
Is that GUI?
2e.
2e.
Yeah, terminal user interface. But this actually isn't a user interface. What this actually is this is formatted text. This is just a glorified help menu. I have to make you small. I'm sorry.
It's
like-
2e-esque.
So, but here we have various commands, and you'll see there's lots of numbers listed here. So I'm actually going to show you what this looks like right now.
To be fair, though, with coding, neatness counts, and the fact that you have pretty formatted text makes this a lot easier to use, which is something a lot of coders don't appreciate.
So this is a Linux-only program. You can't run this on like Mac or Windows. Well, especially not Windows, but not Mac or BSD. On Mac, though, you probably wouldn't need this because Apple does some sort of wizardry which mounts your drives automatically, except when your computer's locked or turned off. Let me say this first. Q is to quit. So if you press Q, you type enter, you quit. Well, I'm gonna go back in though, and then there's help. And then I'm just saying that now so I can use your head to cover it up because you just look like I'm going to crush you. Then we have O for open. I believe, I don't actually know what this does. I'm pretty sure what this does is it just opens the thing or whatever it is. So for example, I just have, let's do 80. So I'll actually show you how this works. So if you want to open a drive, you have to indicate the number. So here I have this drive, I call him Big Boy. He's just where I dump all of my more immediate cold storage. It's an SSD where I dump all of my immediate cold storage. So I'll just type in the number 8, so which means I'm calling this drive, which I already have decrypted. Then just click O. And what this will do is this will actually, as you can see in the terminal right here, has me open straight into my drive. And it has things here like my Steam library, some YouTube videos I want to watch, the folder for everything we do here, and some of my games. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, and it gets me to stop using a GUI. It launches you in a very minimal shell where you can interact with it, but it also shows you mount points here. And this actually scratches my itch in mounting. For example, here I mounted this. I'll show you what this looks like. So I actually have another drive plugged in right now. So now I have my new drives here. I have SDD1, SDD2. So how do we want to mount these? Again, like what we did before, we just do the number. So I'm just gonna mount. I'm gonna do number 7. That's where I store all of my Linux ISOs. And then I'm just gonna do 7, and I'm gonna click press 7M, M to mount. Enter. You'll actually see a little loady bar here. Boom.
Why
It's now
is
mounted.
it yo-ho-ho? Yo-ho-ho!
What about yo-ho-ho?
Why is it called yo-ho-ho?
Because that's where I store all of my Linux ISOs. Here, I'll show you. So if I go to 7.0, I'm now in yo-ho-ho. I'll just go to the ISOs folder, and right here, I have all of my Linux ISOs and some virtual machine images.
Why is it called yo-ho-ho?
Because that's where all my Linux ISOs go. You remember all the Linux ISOs where I get my special things like my special translations?
Ah.
Yes. Yes, you
Yeah.
got it. So here I got Debian, I got some old Debian CDs, I got Fedora, you know, I got all my, this is where I keep all this. This stuff's like, I think 31 gigabytes combined. I mean, already this script is great because you can mount things with the command line. Stop using a GUI. You don't need, look, before, let me show you what I had to do before. Before, when you launched a drive, what you would have to do is you would have to go, and because it's not mounted automatically, you would actually have to go and just click like right here, and then like boom, it opens your thing. But that's part of the problem. No. We don't do that here. We don't do that here on the Rise and Fall of Tech News. Instead, what we do is we do things the smart way. We do things the professional way, and the smart and professional way means you use a terminal every single time. Let's say I want to get rid of this drive, right? We're gonna go roll through that right now. To get rid of this drive, type in your number 7E. Boom.
So are you the
Ejected.
rise or the fall of tech news?
Oh, both.
Maybe you're the rise and I'm the fall.
How far we have fallen.
Because
You had to stoop to
you're the
buying a Mac.
fundamentalist. You're like, we need the command line. We need to be typing things, and I'm like, you know, and I'm over here like, you know, GUI's fine. We should be clicking on things. I'm like the technological liberal, and you're the technological conservative fundamentalist.
At least I'm not one of the losers who says we need to keep using, like, I don't know, like Fortran. So this is my, this is the USB stick I use for my car.
What do you do in your car with the USB stick? Play music?
Yeah, play music. It's this little things here. I am car. I forget why I called it that. And so let's run through this.
I am car.
So probably that's what I meant. It was like instant management car. I don't remember. Maybe it is just I'm car. Anyway, so we'll just do 9 mounted successfully. So now what I do is I usually open another terminal, and I'll zoom in so people can see this. And I'll actually do this right now. This is something I was doing for tomorrow. I believe there was a video here that I was supposed to watch. I don't remember what it was. But yeah, the Linux desktop kind of stinks. How did we get here? I wanted to upload this to my USB drive. Now you'll notice that this thing right here is in WebM. WebM is a video, and my car cannot play videos. Can't even play MP4 files. That would distract you from driving. So instead, and OGG Vorbis files, like the music we use for our thing. No, you can't do that either. That doesn't work. Why? I don't know. So instead, what we need to do is we need to convert this. So what I did was I wrote it's a really basic bash script. I'm not going to upload this to GitLab or anything. It's really just specific to me. What I do is I just type in I am car, and then what it does is you type in an argument, and then what it will do is it will convert this to a MP3 file, and then it will upload this to my USB drive. So what it's going to do is it's going to run ffmpeg and then hard convert this into an MP3 file. And you'll notice that my CPU usage at the top yellow bar of the screen here drastically shot off the moment I ran this. And it's because what it's doing is it's converting this like 21-minute YouTube videos audio into an MP3 file, which then immediately gets moved to my car USB. And right there, it got moved. So now that I've already got my thing for tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop back to this window with Bashmount. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I see up here, oh, it's 7DD1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to type in 9E, and my USB drive has now been successfully ejected. I can take it out and put it in my car for my commute tomorrow morning.
So what I'm hearing is you need a rubber ducky that can just play whatever and present it to the car as an MP3.
But see, isn't this great? You can mount all of your drives through a bash script. Why would you bother using something? Why would you stoop as low to opening a file manager like Thunar or PCManFM or Dolphin or Nautilus when you could really just open a terminal and just type in this bash script? And the best part about this bash script is I didn't have to write any of it. You can just go and download it from GitHub today. This is by Mr. Jamie Nyugen. Jamie Nyugen and Lucas something. I saw their names in the man page. But they are the ones behind all of it. They are great. Why doesn't this have more upvotes? You get my upvote, man.
You're a star. You're a gold star.
You get all you need is you got bash, eject, and udisks. I have all of them. Well, you need udisk set up. I mean, not every Arch Gen 2 system has udisk, so they have to put that there. But most people have eject and bash, so you should be fine. You can install it on Arch, Fedora, and Gentoo, but if you're on Ubuntu, what you can do is you can actually just go up here. You'll see this little thing that's labeled Bashmount, and then just copy the link and just wget this into and just download. Just copy this and just you can put this in whatever folder you want. So what are your thoughts on mounting a USB drive from the command line?
I like my operating system where I plug stuff in and it mounts.
That's great. It's not secure.
But to be fair, this is it's useful because you don't have to write all the various things that you have to do with mount that are annoying.
Also, it's just shorthand for udisks commands. I know exactly which udisk commands they're using because of my script, but there are times where you don't do what I did. Just use a tool someone else made. This tool's been around for 2013, and it's disappointing because this tool here needs more upvotes. It only has 126 stars. This is so sad. Guys, can we get a like in this video? 1 like in this video equals 1 star for Jamie Nyugen. Please, come on, give him some love. I don't know him. He didn't pay me any money. He didn't give me a sponsorship or Bitcoin. Just send him some love. He needs it. He put in his heart and soul for one tiny little bash script. If it made it into Fedora and Arch and Gentoo's repos, it's worth something. And if you make it into any major Linux distro like these, like, you made it big. Go check them out. I'll put a link in the description. If you're not using Arch, Gentoo, or Fedora, you can just, even though I'm pretty sure you can just apt install Bashmount. You can download it from here. It's pretty simple. It's been around for a long time. Go give him some love, and go use a terminal more often.
Bye.